Welcome to Anger Management University. I am your Professor Grimm, the Grim Reaper, and on this episode of Anger Management University, we are going to talk about how to deal with an extremely mean, rude boss that you wish you can curse out. See, boys and girls, having a boss or someone who constantly annoys you with rules can definitely be a pain in the eardrum. However, you must remember that sometimes being a boss isn't easy. When you have a mean, annoying, nagging, headache-giving boss, it's easy to show your attitude, but why not think outside the box? Why not attempt to see if your boss is okay mentally? Remember, most bosses get nagged out by their boss, and you may zero idea on what is really bothering them.
You got that right, Grim, old buddy. I always make sure my boss, Mr. Krabs, is always in a good mood. That's why I make him a lot of money, and as a reward for always making him a lot of money, he pays me 10 cents every month. That's a lot of money.
Bruh.
Trust me. But when you have a boss that's constantly in a bad mood, why not attempt to cheer them up? I rather have a boss that I enjoy working for, where we have a cool relationship, instead of having a boss that I don't even like or respect. But just because my boss is always mean doesn't always mean that they are doing it intentionally.
What?
Maybe your boss lost a family member. Maybe your boss got cursed out by Cooperate. Maybe they going there a bad relationship situation. Maybe you witnessed someone losing their life. Maybe the job itself have them so stressed, they have no job but to let that anger and frustration out because they just can't keep it in anymore. Mental health ain't no joke, and you may not like to deal with it, but one day you might be in that same situation. And if that's the case, how would you want your employees to treat you if you was the person being mean and rude, all because the job had you that stressed out?
Boys and girls, maybe I can give advice on this situation. I have had the privilege of both working for somebody and to be own boss with my own employees. Back in the day, whenever I was working for a boss I didn't like, every single day I would be asking myself, why am I not kicking his ass? Especially on days where his ass needed to be kicked. But then one day I thought to myself, maybe he's purposely pushing my buttons to see if I'm willing to throw this money away just to do something I want to do. That just means my boss thinks that I'm easy. Remember, boys and girls, if a boss knows that you're easy, they will not stop pushing your buttons. So instead of showing a reaction every time your buttons get pushed, how about you show off an appreciation pushback response?
Wait a minute!
Meaning do the same thing SpongeBob do to Squidward. It'll have your boss confused and thrown off because he finds amusement in your anger but becomes unhappy that no anger from you gets shown. However, if you was a boss for your own company, there'll be days where you might want to joke around and have fun with some of your employees. So imagine if you want people to respect you and your leadership one day when you become a boss. Pretend that the boss you have right now is showing you ways on how to run a business, so as you grow and evolve you have that knowledge that you can use for the future.
Yes, that was excellent advice, Mr. Hankill, but Dexter Boy Genius can also give some insight on this very topic. If you learn how to manage your time at work, you wouldn't stress about wanting to go home because you developed a plan to kill time. It's very simple. Find a task at the job you enjoy that you can use to kill most of your time with. And as you're doing that, here's another option. If you like, you can practice showing off your personality. There's no better feeling than being your silly, goofy silly at your job while you're killing time to go to lunch and to clock out and go home. However, if your boss makes you that annoyed on some days, no problem. Develop new relationships with customers. Meet someone. Tell them a story and witness their laughable reactions. Make your job enjoyable for you no matter where you work at.
Don't forget to pick you some cookies. It's important to pack you a snack to eat. It'll make your day a little better. Trust me.
Cookie Monster, the topic was how to get through life while working for a boss you don't like.
Oh, okay. I definitely understand now. All you need for this situation is big, huge, tasty chocolate chip cookie.
Bruh.
All right, I think it's time for the real professionals to answer this. If anybody know how to deal with a rude, extremely annoying boss, it's me and Rigby. Right, there's was times where we wanted to quit, and there was even more times where Benson tried to screw us over, but the thing is, all he was trying to do was push us to do better, and both me and Rigby have evolved and learned how to treat our jobs more serious.
That's Rigby. Benson may have been a lonely, boring loser with no life, but at the end of the day, we kinda learned how to get used to him, and besides, now I know how to kill time and get paid for it. How sweet is that? The way to deal with an annoying boss is pretty much pro with him. Benson isn't the best boss, but he wasn't the worst either. Besides, look at the blessings both me and Mordecai have because of working at the park. I got a smoking, supportive, hot girlfriend in Mordecai, while he still has his manhood. So that counts for something.
Whatever, man. Just know that gonna change real soon. But the point is, having a boss you don't like may get annoying and upset you at first, but take it from us. Maybe that annoying boss can push you into someone you never thought you could be. In order to level up into an A+ student, you gotta have an A+ teacher, and sometimes just saying that teacher would rather be your coach over being your friend.